After Saturn, Jupiter. After the limit, the filling. After the bones, the flesh. After the structure, the life that pours into it and makes it worth inhabiting. This is not accident. This is cosmic architecture. Saturn builds the vessel. Jupiter fills it. Jupiter is the greater benefic, the great giver of gifts. Where Saturn says no, Jupiter says yes. Where Saturn contracts, Jupiter expands. Where Saturn strips away, Jupiter pours forth. The ancients placed Jupiter just below Saturn in the celestial order because expansion must follow structure, never precede it. Consider what Jupiter governs. Wealth, not as hoarding, but as abundance that overflows. Wisdom, not as mere information, but as the vision that sees meaning in what would otherwise be data. Authority, not as domination, but as the legitimate power that others willingly follow because it serves their good. Jupiter is the philanthropist who funds the project, the mentor who opens doors you didn't know existed, the opportunity that arrives precisely when you are ready for it. Jupiter is Thursday, Thor's day, the day of thunder that announces arrival, of storms that water the earth. Jupiter rules tin, bright, malleable, the metal that expands as it cools, one of the few substances that grows rather than contracts when it solidifies. Even Jupiter's metal refuses to shrink. But here is Jupiter's secret, the thing the traditions understood that the merely ambitious do not. Jupiter cannot give what you are not prepared to receive. A seed must exist before Jupiter can make it grow. A foundation must be laid before Jupiter can raise the walls. A skill must be cultivated before Jupiter can bring the opportunity to use it. This is why Jupiter follows Saturn in the celestial order. The discipline must come first. The expansion is a reward, not a replacement. The lottery winner who loses everything within a year has received Jupiter without Saturn, abundance without structure. The empire that expands until it collapses has invoked Jupiter without consulting Saturn about whether the bones can support the flesh. This is Jupiter's shadow, excess. Too much of a good thing is still too much. The generous person who gives until they have nothing. The optimist who refuses to see the cliff's edge. The leader who expands his authority beyond what legitimacy can sustain. Jupiter unchecked becomes bloat, waste, and eventually collapse. But Jupiter properly received, Jupiter working in concert with the Saturnian structures that precede it. This is the most joyful force in the cosmos. It is the springtime that follows winter, not by abolishing winter, but by fulfilling what winter prepared. It is the harvest that follows planting, the success that follows years of discipline. Jupiter rules philosophy because philosophy is the expansion of understanding. Jupiter rules law because law is structure that serves the common good. Saturn's form filled with Jupiter's justice. Jupiter rules religion in its highest sense, not dogma, but the direct experience of a cosmos that is generous, meaningful, and on your side. What in your life is ready for increase? What seed have you planted that is waiting for Jupiter's rain? And where have you been seeking expansion without first doing the Saturnian work of building something worth expanding? Jupiter gives freely, but it gives increase to what already exists. Make sure something exists worth increasing.